What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and we are back and live and ready to show you guys some things about the 90 Speed Lamar Jackson. Now, I'm going to be giving everybody all the interesting details that I've come up with myself about playing with Lamar Jackson and the real truth about it, because what happens is people get kind of steered the wrong way when you see that the speed is there and you kind of say, you know what, I can run certain things that maybe in regs you get away with the Baltimore Ravens. For some reason in MUT, he fumbles if you breathe on him. Like literally the wind will pass by and Lamar Jackson will fumble. As far as the throw power goes, I didn't really see that much of a difference when I was throwing it. Obviously, if I throw it a little bit longer for the deep range, you may get a little bit of a difference with that, but I haven't really seen much of a difference with the way he throws the football, as opposed to the way Steve Young was. But the main reason that I got him, like I told you guys, I don't really like left-handed quarterbacks, and I've never liked them in any Madden. I think the only time was 04 and Madden 25 where I actually was satisfied with using a left-handed QB. And to be honest, Steve Young is not that bad in this game because he just throws the ball a lot better, but still the windup is an issue. So for those of you guys that are still wondering, am I going Lamar Jackson, Steve Young? I would just wait for Ultimate Kickoff, which should be coming by tomorrow. Okay, so you guys can just chill out. You're watching this video, you can relax and figure out, some of the things that are going on as we go through this gameplay right now. Okay, so now look, Lamar Jackson overall, is he super fast on the field? Yes, he is, okay? It's certain formations that you'll be able to exploit a lot of the things that go on in the game. Obviously, the first thing that jumps out into mind is like the Panther heavy, all right? The issue with the Panther heavy is if you run cover one and just contain, that play becomes useless, especially if you're running it out of 3-4 bear. If you run 3-4 bear, this is just a pro tip, and you cover one and you just have the dudes contain, he really can't do anything. The only other things are when you have the corner routes, those may be issues that you have to deal with the cover, the cover one contain, that you have to figure out which side you're going to go to, but usually he won't have enough time to be able to make a play out of those things. So those are just some of the things that you could probably go ahead and lab with for those of you guys that are having issues with stopping Panther heavy, because to be honest, I experimented with it in this video for you guys to kind of give you some insight, and then I immediately went to go lab it myself and saw that it is very, very easy to stop with our 3-4 bear. So that should be a formation that you keep in your playbook if you run into a psychopath like how I was in this game when you see me go on offense, and how you can be able to stop it. All right, now as far as throwing on the run, Lamar Jackson is unbelievable. Okay, like that dude, and it's very, very seamless with him, and I love the way that EA has made it so that the certain players that are supposed to be able to do it, they can do it, and other players just cannot. Because Steve Young was the same thing. The issue that I have now with Steve Young is I sold everything for him. I sold his power up, his 90, everything. So I'm not going back and re-spending on the same quarterback. I'm not going to do that. What I will do though is I'll probably look to get another quarterback temporarily and just not throw a lot. Because what's happening right now is the way the game has been tuned, to be honest, with the way that the zones play defensively, you're going to have issues no matter what. If somebody comes out and they're throwing the ball, let me just explain something to you. The ball's going to get thrown right at you and you won't be able to react, but your players now go in position. So it's kind of like EA is teasing you a little bit, but it's weird because they'll play it, but that's why I'm showing you guys throughout the video some of my defensive adjustments to kind of let you guys see what's going on. You see how he plays it? He was I believe he was in a cloud, but he'll swat it. He won't pick it. And then usually the ball will just go through his body or something weird will happen. That's been happening a lot more as of late. So right here with Panther Heavy, you obviously should know at this point, if you're going to run it, make sure you have your audible set for goal line as well. This is just something that you guys can do if that's what you're going to be living with. Also, in the Baltimore Ravens playbook, the pistol formations are very, very good for Lamar Jackson as well. What you're going to see right here is pretty much what a lot of people are doing when they run with Lamar Jackson. Right here, I'm going to motion the tight end, and I'm just going to use him as an extra blocker, and I'm going to do whatever I want. You can clearly see how fast Lamar Jackson is. That's his regular juke. I don't have anything added to that juke. That is his normal juke. The biggest thing about it, though, when you go, you can either choose jukebox or you can choose escape artist. I chose escape artist because I'm going to want to pass the ball sometimes. I want to be very, very clear with you guys though. When you choose to do this, be very, very, like I said, this guy fumbles. If you even say, hi Lamar, he fumbles the ball. It's so bad. It's ridiculous. But again, with this guy that we were using, to kind of test him out, he really didn't have good defense. A lot of people probably figured out defenses that stop Panther heavy, and you got to be smart about the way you motion, how you run, and how you do certain things with it to be successful. That's the key about it. But I will tell you this, the Baltimore Ravens, with their QB power and their pistol, if you wanted to just come out and just make somebody just start raging, I would probably go Baltimore Ravens over the Panthers. But that's just my opinion if I were going to do it. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the Raiders and just know that I have suitable runs and that I can also, in addition, be able to run QB draws, things like that, a couple options, and just not focus as much on just having the one set. Because once you contain yourself to that one set, you're going to really get dominated. And I lost the game by a field goal today because I didn't have some of the key plays that I really, really want. There are just some plays in this game that works a lot better than others. And we really need to focus on those plays to get better. Because even when they tune it and they patch the game, the Raiders playbook is still probably going to be one of the most used playbooks in the game. Because let me just let you guys understand this. Regardless if you're new to Madden or not, and you're not aware of all the tuning updates and the patches and all that stuff, when the game is made for a certain, a certain way, it's very, very hard. Pat Tillman is just a glitch with the hit sticks. It's very, very hard for them to patch the game and to not affect so many other parts of the game. So if they try to patch the run, it's probably gonna make the game very, very unplayable. So I believe that they will probably leave it alone. So if you can put together a good offensive line, have good fullbacks and things of that nature, and use the Oakland Raiders playbook, you probably will have a lot more success than using the Panthers. Because like I said, the goal line is cool to audible out of Panther heavy and all that stuff, but when you start playing guys that know how to lock up those plays, other than the ace slot in the Panthers playbook that I would probably recommend you use, there's really not a lot with a fast quarterback to utilize. So I just want to make sure that we're very, very clear with that, because that's one of the issues that I believe will hurt a lot of you that are just going like, yo, Lamar Jackson, 90 speed. Going forward with the throw power situation, if you're not somebody that wants to come out and run around like a psycho, that you can make that decision and get a quarterback that's, maybe even get Andrew Luck limited. Because remember, Series 2 next week when that launches, Andrew Luck will be in packs. So if you have any of those cards, sell them immediately. But any limiteds are going to be available in the packs as of the next series. So that guy with Escape Artist might give you a lot more than what Lamar Jackson offers in just the natural passing ability. If you guys are worried about missing throws. For me, he's been very, very good with his throws. Like, I have absolutely no issues with his throws. So I don't really know how to, explain it other than when you run outside the pocket, slide. Hold R1, do everything you possibly can to prevent the fumble, because more than likely, he's going to put the ball on the ground. And when he does, it's going to exhibit such anger that you probably won't be able to contain yourself. But I'm going to urge you guys to just gently place your controller down and walk away from the console and utter these words, Goose Faba, and just relax. Because that's the way it's going to be with Lamar Jackson. I don't think that they're going to tune the quarterback to make them fumble less. I believe that they had it in the notes also to counteract a lot of the other things that go on to make sure that the QBs fumble upon impact. It's just that in this case, he fumbles at weird times and it just makes absolutely no sense what he's doing. That's primarily what the issue is about Lamar Jackson overall. He has very, very high positives, okay? But when it comes to any contact with the other side of the football, he is going to fumble. You were able to see an example of Panther Heavy and how fast he moves, but if you choose to purchase him, right now is probably the cheapest that I've seen him, in the 300s. If you wanted to dabble a little bit, he went from 600 yesterday down to 3. I still do believe that you will not see that major of a difference in regards to the throw power. That's just my opinion. We have yet to see if, I'm going to play with him a little bit more to see if there's really that noticeable of a difference. But again, overall, very, very solid QB, but we are going to have to go back to the Raiders playbook. But let's just take a look at Lamar Jackson and give you guys an idea of what I have on him. It'll probably give you guys some insight into everything. 90 speed, you know what I'm saying? I got the Escape Artist on him. And, like I said, and I got the ball carrier one that gives him like the better ball carrier situation. We'll bring that up really quickly, let you guys get a glimpse of that. Good luck with it, guys. Like I said, if you choose to do it, just make sure you know that I warned you. That dude fumbles every snap, even with fast break, with the extra ball carry, everything. He's going to fumble for no apparent reason. Be sure to subscribe, Click the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, all at GmiasWorld. I want each and every one of you to have a great day. Until next time, one love.